how you doing? Oh, I'm so sorry that I haven't made any weekly updates. For some reason, I have just gotten a cold. And because I'm not doing any of the mainstream drugs, NyQuil, Tylenol, Sudafed, anything like that, and keeping it organic and as natural as possible, it has taken my body a little bit longer to rid myself of this, I want to say infection. I don't know what it is. Cold. I'll just say that, what it is. It's cold. I did actually last night I did Vicks underneath my nose, and then this morning I had a cup of tea with a Halls in it, which made me feel a lot better. So I had ginger, mint, and a Halls mixed tea. So yeah, so I just want to pass that along. Guys, if you're feeling really under the weather and you feel horrible, take one of the Halls and pop it in a cup of tea. It really did. Actually, take 2 Halls. 2, depending on your strength. I did 2, and it actually cleared that right up. And I would have done, normally putting my head underneath a hot water faucet, not underneath the hot water faucet, but having the steam come up and kind of clear your sinuses that way. But frizz in my hair, I just did not feel like trying to battle that on top of morning sickness, which has been really putting me under the weather. Hence the reason why I think I'm having a boy. That is a general consensus in the house, is that I'm carrying a boy. Just from the extreme nausea and the fact that I'm disliking my significant other right now / boyfriend. My mom said she had that same feeling when she was carrying my son. So it's, it's a guess. If it's not a boy, it's got to be a girl, right? It's only 2 sexes it can be. And of course I said sexes, not genders, because genders are different than sexes. But yeah, it's only one of 2 sexes that this child can be. So yeah, I think it's a boy. I'll be pleasantly pleased if it's a girl, but I just want a healthy baby and a healthy boy. I'll take a healthy son. Which brings me back to something else that has been on my mind and keeping me up at night, and I am going to address it. And if you want to disagree with my theory, that is totally fine with you. Everyone's entitled to their own. We have been getting into slight debates about the child's last name. Well, as you guys know, I was married for quite some time in an unhealthy marriage, and when I finally had the courage and the strength enough to leave my husband, I said there were certain things that I wasn't going to do again. And one was change my name and have my children have my husband's name. Well, I was married at that time, but yeah, that's what I said I wasn't going to do again. I was going to switch back to my maiden name, and any offspring I bring into this life would have my maiden name. Now, guys, I've been trying for this child for 2 years, and before Mouse was conceived, these thoughts and plans were already not predestined, but was already going around in my head for 2 years. So 2 years before I conceived, 2 years I was already coming up with a plan on how I was going to financially break up my assets and exactly how this was going to work, and how 4 or 5 people, another person would fit in a 3-bedroom apartment. So all this was going on in my head for about 2 years, what I was going to do. And I had decided even 2 years ago that I was going to use a sperm bank. And this is why I am extremely grateful for that service and for the generosity of some men that have decided to donate their guys in situations, because it makes life a lot easier for women in my potential situation that just do not want to have to deal with certain subjects, like last names. Now, if you go with the sperm bank, obviously the child's going to have your last name. It's like a no-brainer there. But when you involve a live person, you should take their feelings into consideration. And if you watch my other videos, for 10 years I was with my best friend, and we had a great relationship. And then towards the end, things started falling apart, and I was transitioning into a new boyfriend. New donor. It started off new donor, and why was because I had a lot of things laid out when I first met him. He's getting amnesia on this, which is actually quite frustrating. Was that when we first started doing this, I explained to him before we even got into a sexual relationship, this is what I want. This is how I want it. This is what's going to happen. No problems. If he would have even said that there was a possibility that he would fight me on the last name of this child, I would have said, okay, you're not the person for me. Let me reevaluate. Let me go back to plan A and refocus. But no, he told me everything I wanted to hear and everything's fine. Now midway, he's trying to change his mind. So, how is that working for me? Well, right now, because I am obviously hormonal and thinking 7 months in advance, it's bothersome. It's really bothersome. He has pretty much left this subject alone. My whole defense is we're not married and we don't cohabitate together. We have agreed to keep our separate housing for the time being. Knock on wood, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I like living by myself, and I'm pretty sure he's enjoying finally living by himself also. We just don't feel a need to cohabitate. And the whole last name thing, yeah, he's given up on even naming or even coming up with a junior, which is good because that wasn't going to happen. And the last name, he's pushing for hyphenated, which is fine. But if you're on the birth certificate, I don't understand why it would be so hard for you not to have your last name attached. Now, when you are doing, when it's women, single women that are having children with obviously people that they're not married to, or if you are married, whatever the case is, and you decide not to take your husband's last name, why would you automatically give your husband the right to have the baby's last name with you if you're not cohabitating together? If you're cohabitating together, maybe it's something different. You're living together, maybe it's something different. But for me, I feel like the baby's going to be with me. Baby should have my last name. I don't know. You know, that's just was pretty much a no-brainer for me. I guess I didn't force that subject 6 months ago, earlier, 7 months ago when we started this. I pretty much thought we had one very long 4-hour conversation, and I pretty much felt that all my needs and everything was laid out on the table. But now I'm seeing that obviously people are changing their tunes, which is, you know, whatever. So ultimately, I'm really going to say this very selfishly. The decision rests with me. What I decide to do, I do not want it hyphenated. Like I said, I am in the process of converting back to my maiden name, and 2 of my 3 children are converting back to my maiden name also. Actually, they have to wait till they're 18 because their dad is not going to have a written, they have to sign a paper allowing it, but after 18 you can switch your name. So yeah, we have to wait till we're 18 because he's pitching a fit, and plus he just found out I'm pregnant, so he is actually being extremely difficult in this situation. So whatever. So yeah, that's what's been kind of keeping me up a little bit, and I don't know why, because it's not really, it's serious enough, but I'm a pretty determined person, and I don't want to say that I always get what I want because that would be naive, but in this situation I'm not going to budge. And you know, if we were married, perhaps, but like I said, even if I did somehow in this universe decide to get remarried, I am not taking my husband's last name. I am not going to do that. My girlfriend just got married and her husband took her last name because she hated his last name. So, you know, there's progress and there's breaking tradition when tradition needs to be broken. I obviously am, you know, I believe in tradition. A lot of traditions keep our society going. But in this situation, yeah, I might have to be unorthodox. My dad does not agree with me, obviously, because my dad is a dad and a guy. But my mom thinks it's a pretty unique way of looking at life. And it's not like I'm saying, hey, listen, you can't be a part of the baby and we can't be together and we can't cohabitate, or, you know, we can't have these future plans. I'm just saying that I want the child to have my last name. Maybe perhaps yours, but right now pretty much just my last name, and you can be on the birth certificate. But that would be if we reverse the roles. I would just be on the birth certificate and the child would have your last name. So what's the difference, right? Equal rights. I'm not trying to say that I'm a feminist or anything, because I'm not, but you know, I do believe in equal opportunity. So yeah, that's what's been keeping me up. That's the main thing, actually. And it's so minor because it's 7 months down the line. And like I said, ultimately, it's my choice. I don't want to say that and take the power away from some men, but in this situation, because I've been trying so long in this situation, in my pregnancy, I've been, you know, it's something that I've been thinking about for almost 4 years. You know, what was going to happen. I just don't feel like budging on some things. You know, like he said he wasn't going to cloth diaper. I'm not fighting him about that. All right, you don't have to cloth diaper. Then you're going to be buying diapers and keeping them at your park. You know, I'm not fighting with him on some of the non-BPA certified toys that he is gathering at his house for the baby. I'm not complaining that some of those plastics aren't safe and from China. You have no idea what toxins are in them. I'm not really fighting on everything, but some things I just feel like, you know, it's either my way or that's it. So yes, that's the selfish part of me talking, and that's enough of that. I'm not going to, you know, keep on addressing that because it's pretty much my mind's pretty made up. He's not getting a junior. Well, we're trying to figure out a neutral name that we both can agree on, first name and the last name. I don't know. Maybe he's just not fighting me because he's like, well, it's way too early. Only 8 weeks. I have 7 more months to bring it up. I don't know what his theory is. I don't know. I don't care. But yeah, as long as he doesn't want to fight me on it, that'll be great. New fluff haul. Late reveal. Oh, what did I get? I got more Best Bottoms. This is dragon scales. There are still available on some local websites. You just have to check. But I only paid $25 for it. I did see on eBay some people are paying $50 for that diaper. I wouldn't spend $50. I don't know. I like it, but I don't like it $50 much. Flurry I got same basic price when it was released. This was released last year. Found it for $25 on a local website. So I like that one. Little snowman. Isn't it cute? And I did find this one too. Love. I don't know if I showed you that last one. So yes, I do have a few Best Bottoms. I did sell a few of my Fuzzy Bun Elites to provide me with the funds to get those because I'm not investing. I don't want to invest any more money into any more cloth diapers because I have an obscenely amount of diapers already. If I do anything, I'll resell some of the ones that I don't like or that I'm not going to use to buy diapers that I do like. So those are my Best Bottoms that I have. I did say that I wasn't going to buy pre-fulls. Well, guys, don't hold me to anything that I say about these cloth diapers because I did buy a few inserts for them too. But that's fine because I'm getting rid of the fuzzy buns. And I think the fuzzy buns are the only ones that I really want to get rid of. And I do have a few Planet Y's that I'm just not liking right now either. I did make some more cloth wipes. This is 9x9, extremely too big. If you look in comparison to my hand, I did try it out. I was doing some dishes and I don't like it. So I made about 50 of these and I'm going to keep them. But I did decide to make some smaller ones. This is 7x6, I'm sorry. A lot smaller. They fit in my hand. I like the way they feel. It's easier to squish out. And I think for a newborn baby, that would just be easier. I just like the squares or the rectangles over the squares. And I like the way they fold up. They fold up nicer to me, in my opinion. So I have about 60 of these. Last time I checked. When I make 100, I will show you my cloth wipe stash. I don't care. I'm pretty proud of them. We are also going to be switching to unpaper towels. So, or non-paper towels. Some people say on, some people say non. But, yeah, we don't really use too many paper towels in this house anyways. Not because I don't, you know, not that I just don't. I just feel that they're a waste. I think it's a waste of money. And there's plenty of rags and everything else that we've had in this house. to use. I cut up shirts and then I just kind of seam them together, and we use those. And there's like a little basket in the kitchen, and hey, if there's a mess, wipe it up. If you need something, you know, use it. I don't know. So I'm trying to convert. But then I just think about the more water that I'm using, because now I'm using more water. But yeah, no, what would you rather use? More water, or more trees? It's a lose-lose situation, guys. No matter what we do, we're still going to be using our planet's resources, unfortunately. So there's really no right way. Even when I'm buying these cloth diapers, I feel guilty because I'm buying them new, which means more resources that are being used to make each diaper instead of buying used, which obviously I would not be physically contributing to. So I got all this, I'm a mess right now. It's just these things just keep popping up in my head, and I psychoanalyze everything, like everything, psychoanalyzing everything. You know, I made a huge dinner. Sunday, I was in the mood for baked chicken. I baked some chicken, realized I wanted fried chicken. So I fried some chicken and then realized I wanted a salad. So I did this huge Sunday dinner. Fried chicken, baked chicken, macaroni and cheese, collard greens. Then I changed my mind and wanted some cabbage, and then end up eating a salad. And amazing dinner. But way too much for a family of 4. And I'm looking in my refrigerator now that it's just so much excess food that we could have used over a longer period that I just cooked all at one time. So I'm hoping we don't waste it, but realistically we probably will. I'm going to try to freeze some of that stuff. Pass some out to my mom, because the macaroni just doesn't freeze well, in my opinion. Actually, when you freeze things, they taste different than when you cook them. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I've been a mess. I have been. But, yeah, that's what it is. I think Mouse is doing it to me, so. So that's my update, guys. I don't really do updates every week, and I wanted to apologize. I know a few people have been asking me how I've been doing. I don't do updates every week because there's nothing to talk about every week. If you want to see me ramble, I'll do a ramble for the week. If I have anything, let me know. If I have like more than 3 people, 4 people that say, hey, yes, do a ramble a week, I will list my next vlog as ramble 1 for week so-and-so, and do just a ramble, because I have a lot of things in my mind. I just don't really necessarily talk about them because they're controversial, and, you know, I understand everyone's got different opinions, like I said, about the whole last name thing. You know, sometimes I'm just not up for the challenge of even discussing my own personal opinions with people, because, you know, some people don't address their opinions the way you address yours. You know, you kind of just put yours out there, and then it's just like, okay, that's great. And some people are extremely forceful and negative about their opinions, and that's why I don't really voice mine too often about things like politics and religion. And those are 2 things that I do not like talking about. Yeah, those are deal breakers no matter who you talk to. So, yeah. But if you want to hear some of my rambling, let me know. Let me know. I'll do it. I got a lot of stuff. So yeah, so that's where I'm at, and I just wanted to say thank you to all my new subscribers. I got some men that subscribed to my channel. Thank you. Just a quick side note for the guys that have subscribed to my channel and what their intentions are. I am extremely happy to have some men attached to this channel. I'm not quite sure what your goal is in watching me talk about basically women issues. But I just wanted to clarify one thing. I will not be breastfeeding, doing any live demonstrations of breastfeeding, because I've read some really funky comments of other women that have done it live on YouTube, which more power to them. I am flabbergasted when women do that. But yes, you will not be seeing any boobs. And I am really debating whether I am going to put do a live birth to have my woo-ha. I might have to wipe my woo-ha out because I have seen some men subscribe to my channel, and like I said, I don't know what their intentions are. So I'm not saying that the men that are subscribed have bad intentions. I'm just saying that it is interesting when I do get a man subscribed. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I will be talking about women issues, and no woo-has, no boobies will be on this channel. So if that's what you're looking for, sorry to disappoint you. Won't be there. No, won't be doing it. And if I do decide to breastfeed, I will probably be very decently covered up, so you won't be seeing any nips here. So yes, I wanted to put that disclaimer out there for anyone that was subscribed to this channel for that particular thing, or what intentions are. I don't know. But yeah, so thank you to all my beautiful subscribers, and thank you to some of my subscribers too. I just want to say I love you, and I appreciate you guys, and you guys are awesome. And let me know if you want to see me do a dry rant. I'll keep my rants under 15 minutes, 10 minutes if you think. But yeah, let me know if what you guys want to see, because I'm like clueless. There's really nothing going on. I don't know what to talk about next week. All right. Bye.